Okay, let's hope it's all working. Hello. Hi, everybody. It is me, Spectral Anomaly, second year med student, VTuber, and I'm this close to losing it on a daily basis. How are y'all doing today? Hopefully we're all doing good. Basically, what's going on today is we'll be streaming, I'll be yapping about antiarrhythmics, and then we're gonna do some AMBOSS questions after to kind of solidify what we learned. The main reason why I'm doing it as like we're filling out a handout today is because it an assignment was due. I didn't have like a PowerPoint thing prepared for antiarrhythmics. So I was like, what if I just use the handout that I'm supposed to do for homework as the thing that I do on stream? Seemed like it was a good idea. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Obviously, I'm gonna like take 5 minutes-ish to get ready, drink some water, get stuff ready on my end, do my pre-rolls and everything, and make sure we're all doing well. Also, I'm trying to like experiment with multi-streaming on a different source, so hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, it's fine. I'm just really curious about it because like one of my buddies, she does it, and I've just been wondering like how exactly that all works. So that's why I wanted to see like how it all worked on my end. Like I think I'm live right now. Yes, I am. Cool, Pog. But yeah, so there's also some new things. I have a Discord now. Just do like exclamation point DC. Please don't be weird. I will cry. But yeah, just please, please, for the love of the Lord, don't be weird. I don't want to have to not use a Discord because I think it'd be fun. But yeah, so I'm gonna do everything I need to do on my end. Do my 3 minutes of little thingies so that Twitch doesn't have my head. You know the deal. You know the deal, everybody. So we're gonna do 3 minutes first. That way it's just out of the way, and like it's gonna be fine. So yeah. We will do that in 3, 2, 1. It's gonna be 3 minutes. Sorry. But yeah, so this is just gonna be a really low-key time because it's just gonna be doing an assignment on stream with you guys. And I'll be talking about antiarrhythmia or arrhythmia in general, like the medications to manage it, etc., etc. And obviously, if anybody is actually in the chat or viewing, thank you. Thank you so much. You don't have to, but I always appreciate it when people do. Like legit, like that's why this is fun for me, because this is just the way that I'll be able to practice. Like, it's not really practice, but it's more like this is the way that I'll be able to study because I need external motivation constantly in order to do things, especially when like my meds are no longer working in my brain. But yeah, so once the thingy ends, then I'll be doing the worksheet with you guys. I'll be yapping about arrhythmias, different kinds of arrhythmias, like what's the difference between bradycardia or bradycardia versus like like the difference between bradyarrhythmias, bradycardias, or bradyarrhythmias versus tachyarrhythmias, like supraventricular arrhythmias, stuff that we've already heard about, like things where like, oh, you hear that someone is SVT. What does that even mean though? That's what I mean. Like, what is an arrhythmia? That's what we're gonna be going over once once the break and shit are done. That's what we're gonna be doing today. And hopefully, it's gonna be interesting enough for you guys to stick around. Maybe? I don't know. I just like talking. Like, that's what this is all for. I love talking. And so that's what this is. Like, I just love talking. This is my ability to talk constantly. So obviously we're going to be talking about medicine because that's what I enjoy talking about. But yeah, so it. Hopefully the break isn't taking forever for everybody. God, ads, everything, pain in pain in my ass, etc. That's etc. But yeah, so this is the schedule basically. Tomorrow I will actually be able to write something like write a PowerPoint for congenital heart defects and congestive heart failure. Actually, like if I can de-identify the stuff from last year, I might use that PowerPoint like as a baseline because we actually during one of our case integrations, my group got a case of CHF. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. I can just write a new one. Like that's not hard. And I am working on one for a congenital heart defect. So let's go on and continue. So we are I'm gonna, fuck, I should probably open up studio mode, huh? Studio mode, study session. Okay, cool. So basically, this is their handouts. Ideally, at the end of the session, we're going to be able to classify the antiarrhythmic drugs, identify drug prototypes for each class of antiarrhythmic drugs, describe the pharmacokinetics of prototype drugs for each class, explain the pharmacokinetics, and describe the adverse effects, and evaluate the proper drug to be used for a given clinical scenario. So, first we're going to go over what the hell are action potentials, because that's going to be like extremely important. But yeah. So, sorry, I just lost my train of thought here. But okay, so like, what the hell are action potentials? Like, because we have to know what the hell is normal in the heart before we even go into what is abnormal. Obviously, like that's how things work. Like, what else do you want me to say? But okay, so action potentials are determined by changes in membrane conductance from the movement of ions in and out of cells. Oh wait. In and out of cells. And for the heart, remember we're talking of at least 2 sets of action potentials, because like, oh god, there we go. One for the cardiac myocyte and one for the pacemaker. They're 2 different ones. Cardiomyocyte, and the other one, being the pacemaker action potential. I'm gonna make myself a little bit smaller, that way you can see like what I'm writing a little better. Action potential. There we go. Cool. Oh, what book to use? I'm actually like going off of what I already read from Stat Pearls for anti-arrhythmia, or for arrhythmias in general, plus the stuff for. I'm going off of Stat Pearls, but like the book that they recommend is they reference Goodman and Gilman's and Katzung, Basic and Clinical Pharmacology. That's what they recommend. I'll type them in here. That one, and then there's Katzung's and Bertram. Goodman and Gilman's and Katzung's, basically. Yeah. Of course. But yeah, so we kind of already know what the fuck these are. Action potentials are determined by changes in the membrane conductance from the movement of ions inside and out of the cells. For the heart, we are talking of at least 2 sets of action potentials, one of the cardiomyocytes, so of the actual muscle themselves, because we need an action potential to make the muscles move. But we also need the pacemaker to have an action potential, because that is like the thing that's like the conductor for everything that's going on. So, for the myocytes, the fast response fibers, well, okay, so the action potential of atrial and ventricular myocytes, or the fast response fibers, involve 5 phases. We are going to go over these phases once I write them in. So the first phase is the rapid depolarization phase. This is like review from cardio from like last year, but obviously, if you don't remember, then it's your kind of SOL. So that's why I'm talking about it now. But yeah, so what am I saying here? So phase 0 is going to be the rapid depolarization phase. This is when rapid sodium influxes into the cell through fast open sodium channels. Next one, we have actual phase 1. That's the initial repolarization phase. Because like the rapid depolarization, that's phase 0. That's the depolarization happening. Phase 1 is the initial repolarization phase. There's multiple repolarization phases because obviously we need to make sure that it never really stops. Like, basically. It has like a resting phase. It has a resting phase, it has a plateau phase, but the first thing is the rapid depolarization phase of the myocardial cell action potential. Then there's the initial repolarization. So this is when we have transient potassium channels open to return the cell to 0 0 MV, because the depolarization phase, this is when it brings us, so we see in phase 0 here, well actually we can look at this right here. So when we look at that, this is resting, but during phase 0 we put ourselves depolarized all the way up into the positives. But the phase 1 is when we have the initial repolarization. This is when the potassium goes in, or that's when the potassium goes out to get us back into 0, because that's where the potassium wants to go. So, initial repolarization. So this is when the transient channels open. So, transient channels open. The plateau phase, because this for hearts, it's like sodium, potassium, and calcium. So for this next part, the plateau phase, this is when we have the influx of calcium channels going in through the L-type calcium channel. This is when the influx of calcium goes in through the L-type calcium channels, and then further efflux of potassium through delayed potassium channels, when this allows for the electrolyte balance, for the electrical balance. In the plateau phase, calcium goes in, potassium goes out. So I'm going to write this here, Plateau. You see this phase right here? That's what they're talking about. So this is and also this here is the effective refractory period. But I'll talk about that more later. But first, this is the initial D. So ID, then IR. This going to here, well, but honestly, this will go to there, that's IR. And then this, going back all the way down to here, this is going to be the plateau phase, Plateau. Then, phase 3 is the repolarization. This is the repolarization phase. And this is when potassium channels stay open but calcium channels close to return the membrane potential down to -90 millivolts. And then the outward and this is just the outward movement of potassium with no calcium involvement because the calcium channels are closed. I hope we're getting this. If you're not getting it, ask me questions, please. Yeah. I love interaction. I'm like our professors. I love interaction. Please talk to me, because otherwise I look crazy. So this is going to be influx of calcium. Oh God. Repolarization, so plateau. Influx through L type. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Dude, Kai, so AMBOSS, that is the, that's the QBank shit I do. Like, whenever I open up AMBOSS, like this thing, that's all the QBank. Oh God, I really hope it doesn't dox me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, this is AMBOSS. So like whenever I talk, I read these things already before class, but then like I make lectures and shit off of like using a lot of this as like my basis to then like do more reading, explain, etc, etc. Hannah, I'm sorry, you gotta. Or you could, what do you mean it sounds made up? AMBOSS is a very reputable source. AMBOSS is dope. What do you mean what do you mean you're kind like that? I'm not lying. No, like QBank. Are you fucking kidding me? There are no matching questions for this article. What if I But like, so AMBOSS is just a really good resource for QBank. Their questions are a lot harder than UWorld questions. A lot of people use it for preparing for the USMLE, but I'm also using it for preparing for any exam. Yeah, welcome, Hanabi. We're talking about arrhythmia, and then we're talking about arrhythmia management. So we're first going over like the original, like the phases of the cardiac action potential. Like this is just the myocyte cardiac action potential. Like we're just talking about the muscles right here, because the muscle one is then dictated by the pacemaker. We're gonna get to the pacemaker after. But okay, for the second phase, is the plateau phase. This is the influx of calcium through L-type calcium channels. But then, this is also, during this time, this is when we have the efflux, the removal of potassium through delayed potassium channels. And this allows for, like, regaining that electrical balance. So, I know how to write. I'm not illiterate. My handwriting's just terrible. Please be kind. Okay, so we have the efflux, so the removal of potassium through delayed rectifier potassium channels, and this allows for regaining electrical balance. Right? Look, hey, honestly, I might ask you questions, considering that you also know. considering that you definitely know more on the nursing aspects. But phase 3, we have the repolarization phase. So phase 2 is the plateau. That's this one. But then this one, this is repolarization, because we are trying to get ourselves back down to here. Below resting. Like, resting is below this. So like, this is actually I'm a little... Oh god, I don't know how to delete. How do I delete this, actually? Oh god, okay. Well, I can't delete it. That's fine. But, like, so resting is below that. So... Like, the start of the action potential is negative 85, but, like, the resting is negative 90. Hana, you're allowed to. We're friends. You can bully me about my handwriting. I promise my handwriting isn't as bad as this normally. Like when I have to write something out, my handwriting is not this terrible. I can assure you. I can assure you that it's not as bad. So we are gonna be... Oh my god, so I have to delete this? Fuck you, dude. I should be allowed to just draw over this. What the hell? Bye. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. But okay, so phase 3. This is the actual repolarization phase. I'm kind of pissed that they won't let me just draw in it, but... You know what, wait, I'm just gonna like write it better. So REPOLARIZATION. See, I can write. I know how to write things. Look at that. That isn't too bad. Look at that. You can read it. You can read it. You can read it. It could be worse. And this one here, the potassium channels remain open and the calcium channels closed. So, oh wait, I have to delete that. Okay, so OPEN. I'm gonna move that out over here, and then calcium channels close to return the memory potential down to negative 90, because that's where resting is. Resting is negative 90. Okay, so I'm gonna like do that. Oh no, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make it bigger, and then I am going to delete that, and then I'm just gonna do that line. I'm gonna make this yellow. I'm gonna move that over here. See where that is? That's negative 90. That's resting. That's resting. Now, oh god. Grant, by the way, this is janky because I am using my Firefox like PDF editor because it works. It isn't bad. This could be worse. It's not a bad PDF editor, but you're not gonna make me pay for Adobe Acrobat. Never. That's never gonna happen. Yes. Yes. You're never... Here's the thing. If people... Look. Fuck Firefox. Or... The Firefox editor is not bad. I just hate Adobe. I'm just an Adobe hater. I hate Adobe. I'm never using it. Ever. Adobe will never get my money. I have never bought a Photoshop. I have never bought an Adobe software. Ever. Ever. You're not gonna make me. I've never bought any. I have never bought any, though I have used them. Do with that information what you will. But okay, now we have phase 4, and this is the resting phase. Oh god. Opacity increase. And that's resting phase. I'm gonna move that in there. Sodium channels are right, right. Though there are still programs, not gonna lie, that do have one-time subscriptions. Clip Studio, well, one-time license purchases. Clip Studio Paint, they still have one-time purchases. That's the program I use for art. VTube, like Live 2D, they're some of the upgrades. One-time purchase only. I don't have to pay for a month, because if I had to pay for a month, I would have to crash out. This could not happen. And then again, so phase 4, this is the resting phase. Sodium and potassium. Not potassium. Sodium and calcium channels are open, and potassium channels are closed to keep the membrane potential stable at negative 90. So we're gonna write that in. So open. Closed. I don't think that looked like closed. Let me write that again. There we go. That's a little better. Closed. To keep the membrane potential stable at negative 90. Now we're going to the pacemaker. Pacemakers are the slow. All of this that we talked about earlier, these were the fast response fibers. These are the fast response fibers. Like it says, rapid depolarization. But let's review whatever the hell we just talked about. Let's do that before we go on to the pacemaker. So remember, phase 0 is when we have the rapid depolarization phase. This is the rapid sodium influx through fast open sodium channels. Basically, sodium goes into the cell. Repolarization phase, the transient potassium channels open to try and get the cell up to 0. So potassium leaves. So this is at 0, but sodium goes in. Here at 1, it tries to leave. Second phase. At phase 2, calcium goes in through the L-type channels. So this goes in. L-type. Potassium still staying open. Calcium channels closed now though. And then this is just continued outward movement of potassium with no calcium involvement. Resting phase. Sodium and calcium channels are open and calcium channels are closed. So the only time that the potassium channels are open are in the plateau and repolarization. So in phases 2 and technically in phases 1, 2, and 3, potassium channels are open. Phase 4, potassium is closed. So let's just do this. So 0, O, C, 1, 2, 3, 4. So at phase 0, what did I say? You know what? That's fine. That's okay. So again, what did I say? Let's just do a new one. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's open and this is closed. So again, the one that's open at the start at phase 0, that's going to be Na. At phase 1, K. At phase 2, K, C, A. Phase 3. Phase 3 is going to be, what did I say? It's just going to be K. Phase 4, NaCa. Here, the things that are closed. KCa. Here, Na. Na. CaNa. K. Just remember this. Look at... I'm gonna make myself a little smaller, that way... But yeah, no, like, look at that. Look at that. 0. At phase 0, the ones that are open are going to be sodium. At phase 0, the ones that are closed are potassium and calcium. At phase 1, the one that's open is going to be potassium. Closed is going to be NaCa. Na and Ca are closed in phase 1. Phase 3, calcium is open, potassium is still open. The one that's closed is sodium. In phase 3, calcium is still open. I mean, not calcium, oh my god. K is still open. Calcium and sodium are now closed. Then in the fourth phase, sodium and calcium are open. Potassium is now closed. Because we're getting ourselves back down to -90. But okay, now we can go on to the next page. Hopefully that was a good like review. Hopefully that was a good summary. Okay, we're back. Okay, so for now that was the myocytes, that's the muscle fibers. Here, this is the pacemakers. The pacemaker, this one, unlike the other one, only has 3 phases. The other one doesn't have, the other one has 4, this one has 3. So pacemaker action potential is going to be for the SA and the AV node. So, slow response fibers. Slow, think about that. But okay, so at phase 0, this is the depolarization phase. Here, at the pacemaker, calcium channels open to continue slow depolarization. So, depolarization. Calcium channels open to continue slow. Phase 3, this is the repolarization phase. This is when the delayed potassium channels open for potassium efflux. So potassium leaves the cell. It keeps leaving the cell. Potassium keeps leaving. Because usually it's going to be in the cell, but like for this, they leave. But okay, so this repolarization phase, delayed rectifier potassium channels open for potassium efflux. So basically, if anything's open, potassium will always be leaving. Calcium will be going in. Sodium will always be going in. Phase 4. Phase 4 is going to be weird. Phase 4, this is like slow, spontaneous depolarization. I'm just using sponty because I don't want to write out the whole word, because if I do, my hands are gonna fall off. But okay, so this is where depolarization currents. So depolarization currents are called funny currents because cause the membrane potential to spontaneously depolarize. To spontaneously depolarize. Slow sodium channels open. These are the funny channels, and these are only found in the pacemaker cells. So, that's the funny one. And these are only found on pacemaker. Funny only on the pacemaker. Increased potassium and calcium decreased conductance also occur. So basically, I'm going to show it in a second, but increased calcium and potassium. So increased calcium and decreased potassium conductance will also occur, which basically means these cells have automaticity and undergo spontaneous depolarization. These do not require an external stimulus to initiate an action potential, basically. Spontaneous depolarization. So 0, 3, 4. 0, 3, 4, and then random here. So 0, 3, 4. That's the dipole phase. It will always be like that. They're automatic. They do not need any external stimulus to continue like doing their depolarization. They will continue doing their action potential. So I'm gonna look for a video really quick to like kind of show us more. But so basically, this whole system is just really fucky. And there's a lot of moving parts within it to make it so that we have our proper action potential, our proper heart, our proper cardiac cycle, our proper like cardiac excitation. Like the conduction system of the heart is crazy. Like, because the conduction system is a collection of nodes and specialized conduction cells that initiate and coordinate contraction of the heart muscle. The conductors are the ones that tell the muscle to do the thing. Basically, because the normal course of electrical conduction, the SA node, the pacemaker, creates the action potential. The signal spread across the atria and causes a contraction. Then the signal reaches the AV node, and at that point it gets slowed down. Then the AV node conducts the signal to the bundle of His down the interventricular septum to Purkinje fibers in the myocardium. Then the Purkinje fibers carry the signal across the ventricles, and then the ventricles contract. This is electromechanical coupling. And this electrical activity is what we see on the EKG or ECG if you're not in the United States. I don't know why it's called EKG. I don't know why it's called ECG for you guys, or EKG, honestly. Because basically, the cardiac pacemakers of the conduction system autonomously and spontaneously generate an action potential. The conduction system then transmits that action potential throughout the myocardium, and then the electrical excitation of the myocardium results in the contraction. So, like the filament sliding theory and electromechanical coupling, that's what they're talking about here. We're applying that to the heart. Because like this is the best example of it. There are other cation channels, but like ooh, there's a picture. Ooh, there's a picture. Ooh, there's a picture. And then this is for the myocyte, and this is for the pacemaker. So oh wait, so this is the one for the pacemaker. I'm gonna put the picture up here. So this is for the pacemaker. So we can already see. So like we're here. This is phase 4. 0. Wait. Did I do it right? Yeah. Oh, wait. 4, 0, 3. Yeah, I was right. So this is 4, 0, 3. 4, 0, 3. 4, 0, 3. It continues. It just never stops. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Where did I lose you guys? I got excited. I kept talking. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I went too fast. Wait, where did I lose you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. Oh, discussing the 5 phases if we're going to that diagram. So this one over here, 034. This. Oh, this. The 5 phases. Oh, the 5 phases. Got you, got you, got you. I mean, because... Oh my god, where did I lose you? Oh, like the normal course of electrical conduction? Electrical conduction, is that the one? Where the SA node makes the action potential, then the signal goes across the atria to cause their contraction, and then the AV node. Okay, okay, 1 second. I'll draw this out for you guys. Don't worry. So I'm gonna draw a really shitty heart. I'm gonna draw a really shitty heart on this page somewhere. Right. I'm gonna move that a little. I'm gonna do it right here. So this is the right side, this is the L side. So basically, we already know where the SA and the AV nodes are. So sinoatrial. So I'm gonna draw it out right here. I'm gonna make this pink, and I'm gonna make it big. So I'm gonna move. Come on, it should be able to move. There we go. Yep. So this is our SA node. So it goes from the SA node. The SA node is what happens first. That is what does the action potential. So with that, oh, sorry about that. Okay, so once that happens, the action potential is here. I'm gonna make a 1. So this is 1. Okay, cool. Next, we're gonna do. We are gonna go. It's gonna make an arrow. We're gonna go down into. We're gonna make this purple. Okay, perfect. So it's gonna go down into there. This is the AV node. AV node. Do I have you guys still? And when it reaches the AV node, it gets slowed down. Honestly, wait, this could be a little smaller. AV node is here. Because it's a sinoatrial node. Like in that little sinus. SAAV, that's the AV node. Then, once we're done with the AV node, then it goes into the bundle of His. The bundle of His is the stuff that goes like so we're gonna make this, I don't know, that color. That's cute enough. So oh wait. Okay. Wait. Okay, wait. There we go. Perfect. So this is gonna go like, this is pretty shitty, but like, is what I mean. So it's gonna go into there. This is our bundle of His. Like, the bundle of His is this line. That little line in the middle. I wish I could rotate this, low-key. I wish I could, but I cannot. But okay, so, and then once it goes down into this halfway, to like the little J looking part, so we are gonna make that purple, like light blue. So once it gets to here, then it goes like up. Wait. Let me do that again. Let me do that again. Let me do that again. So. Whoop, wrong way. So. So like then, it goes from there into the rest of the tissues. So like, because this is really how it works. It's like a weird relay race. Like, you see where we're going? You see the vision? Because basically, 1, that's the SA node. Then we go to 2, the AV node. Then we go into this purplish, like that thing, the bundle of His, this line right there. And then, when we go into the light blue, we got the Purkinje fibers on board. Awesome. Awesome. And this picture that I just found is basically the best way to like show it. So I'm gonna put it up here. And AMBOSS got me covered. Fucking love AMBOSS for a reason. So literally you see here. I drew it wrong. I drew it wrong, but like we get it. Is this visible? Because like we start at the top. We start at the SA node, the sinus node, sinoatrial node. Then we go down to the AV node. That's in there. Like it's literally from atria ventricle. Sinoatrial is up here. Then we go down here. Bundle of His. It's in that septum. It's in that septum. It goes down. It goes down. Then we hit the Purkinje fibers. We hit the Purkinje fibers. This is the ventricular myocardium. So like basically, it starts here, goes into here, Purkinje fibers, and then it brings a contraction all the way up, back up here. So it's all starts here, then it goes down, then it goes up. I don't really know how to explain it, but this is basically it. Because like the SA node is the one that goes first. That's the one that does the first depolarization. Then after that, when it gets slower, it gets slowed down, and then the AV node happens. Then it goes out of the bundle of His. Then it goes into the Purkinje fibers. And then that's when it hits the ventricular myocardium. We got it? Are we getting it? I hope we do. Perfect. Awesome. Love that. Hell yeah. Okay. And so we see that happening here. Basically, this is the pacemaker. This is the pacemaker's action potential. Like the 403, 403, 403. It's shorter. Has to be. Where is it? So it has automaticity and undergoes spontaneous depolarization. I already drew that. The cell membrane is semi-permeable. But now we're going to go on to like, because basically all of that was to make sure that we knew what the hell was going on when we get to, like, before we even get to what an arrhythmia is. Because what an arrhythmia is, it's like, you ever like you listen to a live band and you know nobody's counting time, everybody's like counting weird, like the drum doesn't make sense, there's no rhythm. Arrhythmia. There's no rhythm going on. So obviously, if there's no rhythm going on, it's like, if there's no rhythm going on in the band, there's no pacemaker. There's nothing to set the contraction. There's nothing to set everything that goes on. It's like, because usually when we think about like a band, like a live band, like where there's a drummer, there's singers, there's guitarists, all that shit, and keyboardists, the rhythm is set by the drums. They're the ones counting off time for everybody else. Unless like you have an in-ear monitor, but we're not talking about that. But like, that's what I mean here. When you have no rhythm. Like, are you rushing or are you dragging? Is there is there a bradyarrhythmia? Is there a tachyarrhythmia? You can see that and you can hear it. And you can see it on EKG, basically. That's we're gonna go into that after. But okay. Basically, now we're going to go into arrhythmias. So arrhythmias can occur due to improper impulse generation and conduction. So impulse generation and conduction. Got it? Cool. So the fuck does that mean? Well, how? This is due to changes in the movement of ions in the cell membrane, and these can manifest as abnormalities in rate and regularity, or as disturbances in the normal sequence of the activation of the atria and ventricles. So, like, say your atria are going like, let's do a 4/4 count. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that's how it's supposed to be. Let's say your atria are clapping at 1 and 3. And ideally, your ventricles are supposed to be clapping at 2 and 4 because they're like atria ventricle. That's normal. We want that. But let's say that's normal. This is normal. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is normal sinus rhythm. Because who's leading the rhythm? The sinus. That's NSR. Whenever they say NSR on like dramas or anything, that's NSR. We want this. But if it is abnormal, it could be like, say, in a thing of 1, 2, 3, 4, like it's not counting right. Like your A is either too close to the V. So like say that's because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Your atria need to fill. But if it's too close, so it's like AV. You don't have enough time to fill your atria before it contracts and goes to fill the ventricle, which is bad, obviously. Hopefully you guys get hopefully you guys get what I'm trying to like put in your brain. I hope y'all get it. But okay, so abnormalities. Wait. What? Wait, what? Okay. I'm gonna do this. So, improper. Conductance. These manifest as abnormalities of rate and irregularity. As of rate and regularity, because like if it's too fast or there's not enough time in between, like maybe you're supposed to do a rest. Like, oh god, I don't know if you guys have done music or not, but like so one. So like let's say this is the S rhythm. So this is let's say this is the atria rhythm. So atria rhythm, and then we have the ventricular rhythm, which is going to be like where there's rests, it's going to have rests at the start. So wait, oh my god, I don't know how to draw fucking rest anymore. That's a terrible one, but like so. Basically, you see how they're supposed to go together. Like, I don't know. I do a lot of like the way that I understand a lot of rhythms is through music because it makes sense to me that way. I've done music for like years and shit. So I hope you get what I'm putting down. Hope you're picking up what I'm putting down here. But okay. So now we're gonna go on to like all the shit that can be altered. So altered altered automaticity. So like this is gonna be the rate. So this is going to be sinus tachy or sinus Brady, where the pacemaker, the sinus pacemaker is either too fast or too slow. If you ever watch Whiplash, where the teacher's like, are you dragging or are you rushing? Are you dragging or are you rushing? That's what that is. So you're gonna do automaticity. So we're gonna take that, put it right here. Altered automaticity can arise from the following. It can be from the SA node, so sinus Brady or sinus tachy. Increased vagal tone can do that. Increased vagal tone or vagal activity can impair nodal pacemaker cells by elevating the potassium conductance, leading to hyperpolarization. Just remember that. Just remember that. I know we're gonna have lecture on this tomorrow, so like I'm not gonna go too much into it. So, increased vagal activity. They're gonna explain what that means more. Fucking hell, do I just vagal activity. Oh no. Oh. Vagal activity. Perfect. And this will then lead to hyperpolarization. God, I wish Saiken were here. He's better at this than I am. Unless he is, and I'm just not paying attention to the people in chat. If he is, hi. I hope you're not here. Hope I'm not fucking this up. But okay. The other one is increased sympathetic activity. Increased sympathetic activity will increase the rate of phase 4 depolarization. So, phase 4 depolarization, this is gonna go faster. So, like, the whole thing is gonna go faster, but the rate is normal. Like, the rhythm is normal, the rate is just faster. So, like, this is where they're gonna say, like, that's where, like, the irregularly irregular or regular, or, like, irregular, like, either irregularly irregular or regularly irregular, that kind of thing. It depends. It depends. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go there, I promise. But okay. So, increase sympathetic activity. What if I just there? Honestly, that works so much better. Increase sympathetic activity increases the rate of phase 4. Phase 4 depolarization. Also, intrinsic disease. Intrinsic disease can cause sick sinus syndrome. Sick sinus syndrome is when the pacemaker itself is fucky. So if your pacemaker cannot conduct rhythm anymore, sick sinus syndrome. If you're, I don't know, wait. Let me faulty pacemaker activation. Faulty pacemaker activity. And that's sick sinus syndrome. Sorry, ADHD moment, y'all. And then we have ectopic foci. And these are areas within the conduction system where in a disease state they're gonna have like higher rates of intrinsic activity, and like if they're like highly activated, they can function as pacemakers. We don't want them to do that though. That's bad. These will develop high rates. Don't ask me why I keep doing it in caps lock. I don't know. And then there's triggered automaticity. This results from delayed after polarization that reaches threshold. So it reaches a depolarization threshold, and those are capable of initiating an impulse. Delayed after polarization. I highly doubt you guys know that professor, so it's fine. Basically that, and that reaches threshold and are capable of initiating an impulse. Because basically, any fucky electrical activity is going to cause something happening to the voltage. So electrical activity corresponds to depolarization, and that causes like the influx and efflux of sodium, calcium, potassium, all of that. So if you fuck up with the electrical rhythm, that's when you have the weird contractions. Abnormal impulse conduction and production pathways. So basically, this is where we have weird things. So like heart blocks. Heart blocks can cause bradyarrhythmias. What is a heart block? Okay, let me yap. So a heart block is basically what was I saying? All right. Chat, I'm so sorry. But okay. So a heart block is basically this is for something called bradyarrhythmias. I'm gonna go into that later. But like bradyarrhythmias, these are like Brady means slow. But a first degree heart block, these are basically like things are gonna like block. There's going to be an interrupted or delayed conduction between the atria and the ventricles, and there are 3 different degrees depending on the extent of the interruption or delay. So a first degree, very small. There's no interruption in the in A to V. So the SA node equals the rate of the sinoatrial node will equal the heart rate. But it's often discovered incidentally on EKG. However, so on an EKG, you know what? We're gonna pull this up. Fuck it. Y'all are gonna experience this today, and I'm already talking about it. Basically, on a first degree heart block, this is the normal. So on the top, this is the normal PR interval. So P to R, it's normal. But in a first degree heart block, it's a little bit longer. So the PR interval is delayed by like greater than 0.2 seconds. Each little square corresponds to a second. The paper speed is 25 seconds. The paper is like 25 millimeters per second. So 25 millimeters is like a 1 second. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this isn't even a full second, but okay, I digress. But like the bottom here, the first degree heart block, you don't have to like understand the numbers right now, because I don't understand the numbers right now. Or rather, I cannot tell the length. I can't tell this yet. But what I can see is that the P is not the P from the P to the R. It's smaller in the normal in comparison to the abnormal. This is the first degree heart block. You see how many squares this takes? So like here, it only takes like not even a half. Like not even like, actually wait. So this is 1, 2, 3. Okay, it takes 3 squares. It takes 3 squares in a normal to be like from P to R. Here, how many squares? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 squares. Like literally double. That's the first degree heart block. Second degree heart block. So this is when we have progressive lengthening of the PR interval until a beat is dropped. So this is when a regular atrial impulse will not reach the ventricles. So the P, so like, you know how see here, the P, it's like we have the P, then we have the QRS, lub to dub. In a second degree heart block, you are gonna see this. Sorry for yapping about this, but you gotta see it. We have to see it to believe it here. So, oh wait, did the picture come up? Okay, cool, the picture came up. So, in this, so this is an EKG schematic of like types of second degree heart blocks, and the paper speed is still 25 millimeters per second. So, the P waves occur at regular rates at 78 at like 78 per minute in all tracing. So the PR is regular. The P waves are regular. So like we can see all the P's here. So we have P, 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 P. It's all P. The P's are regular. But the issue is in this second degree heart block, so in the top tracing, there's a progressive lengthening of the PR until a P wave is not conducted. The fourth is not followed by a QRS. So like see 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no QRS complex here. It just gets longer. The delay between the P to the R gets longer. So short, this is normal, then it gets a little longer, and it gets even more longer until there's until none. There is no QRS complex because the message didn't get sent from the atria to the ventricles, because like atria is P, QRS ventricles, and then the progression restarts. The second one, this is a 2-to-1 block. A 2-to-1 block is when the PR interval is constant, but only but like basically only every second P wave is conducted to the ventricles to trigger a QRS. So like say this is 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's a 2-to-1. Every second P gets to have a QRS. In a high-grade block, high-grade heart blocks, it's a high-grade secondary heart block, the P wave is constant. The P is constant. But there's more than one or more than 2 consecutive P waves that do not get conducted to the ventricles. Only every third P wave gets a QRS. This is a 3-to-1 block. So this is 3. This is so say this is 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So like this is so normally. So like we see this in the grade 1. It just gets longer. This is the grade 2, but like this is type 1. This is the Mobitz 1 or the Wenkebach. Yes, for a second degree heart block, there's more longer. So okay, let me clarify. So for the first tracing, this is Mobitz 1. This is the Mobitz 1 subtype of the second degree heart block. Mobitz type 1, this is when yes, the P to R gets longer until there's voila, until no more. In the 2-1 block, the one in the middle, the tracing in the middle is a 2-1 block. So we literally see the PR is constant. However, only every second P wave gets a QRS. So it's like, okay, hi. There's no hi back. So like it's basically sending a message that doesn't get it, that gets ghosted. Here, this is the first one. This is 1, then this is 2, 1, 2. In a 3-1 block, every third gets a QRS. So you see how there's 2 here that do not have a QRS. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's how that works. Do you need me to like explain it further? Because like I can like pull it up on my drawing tablet to draw it if you want. I can to like make it a little bit clearer. If not, we can continue. But like, girl, you already know me. You can just ask me later. It's fine. Or like message the Discord. By the way, Discord is DC. That's the Discord. Like this is the high grade 2nd degree heart block. Yeah, of course. That's also where I post announcements. That's where it automatically posts when I'm streaming as well. And yes, these are all 2nd degree, but there's subtypes to the 2nd degree. The first one is 2nd degree Mobitz type 1. Then the second one in here, this is the 2-1 heart block. And this is the 3-1 heart block. But this is all still 2nd degree because at least one still gets to... One still gets there. Because when we get to 3rd degree, it's going to be very obvious that it's 3rd degree. 3rd degree heart block is complete. There's no QRS. 3rd degree heart block is a complete block with no conduction. No conduction between the atria and the ventricles. P waves and QRS waves have no have their own regular rhythm. They're not talking to each other anymore. They're just happening. There is no like message telling the other, hey, I'm doing it. You gotta do it next. They're just doing it on their own. No connection in between. So, I'll show you in a second. 3rd degree heart blocks are complete blocks with no conduction between the A to V. P waves and QRS complexes have their own regular rhythm, but those two regular rhythms don't connect to each other anymore. This is called AV dissociation. Basically, the atria contract, but ventricles don't care. They contract on their own rhythm. They don't work as a team anymore. Yeah. Like, there's different kinds of type 3s. So there's escape rhythms. Escape rhythms can be generated by sites that are usually located near the AV node or near the bundle of His. An escape rhythm is just a rhythm generated at the level of the bundle of His, and it has wide QRS complexes. A junctional escape rhythm is generated at the level of the AV node, and this has narrow QRS complexes. And then there's the idiopathic paroxysmal AV block, and recurrent episodes can lead to Stokes-Adams attacks, and I think I'd have to... Oh my god, I don't know if I know any cardiologists. I want to ask them to explain it better. Because, like, I cannot see it on here. But I can try to explain. Because, like, this is a 12 lead. 12 lead. So the rhythm and rate is best seen in lead 2. So, like, P, QRS, T. But, There's three sinus beats, followed by a sinus pause, after which a junctional escape rhythm takes over. So the QRS complex is identical to the sinus beats, but there's no P wave. So obviously, you see that there has to be a P, then a QRS. That's the thingy. But look over here. Where's the P wave, you guys? Voila. Yes. So, well, kinda. Because, I mean, yeah. No P, but there's QRS. Yes. Because usually first P, then QRS. But there's no P. But there's still QRS. The QRS is getting their rhythm from something else. This is where we have the escape rhythms, where the ventricular escape rhythm. I cannot identify it on here. I'm sorry. I wish I could. And also, like, you can see the rate is just super slow, but that's just sinus Brady. But this is a little bit advanced for us because they don't expect us to read an EKG until like the end of YL2. So, I mean, I can explain it a little bit better once I read more and then talk to other doctors and maybe psychin to maybe help me, because like the last time he explained it to me, it was very helpful and I wish he would do it again. Like, it was very helpful. But now I'm gonna go back to like actually doing what we were supposed to be doing, because like heart blocks. That was heart blocks. There are different kinds of heart block. We don't have to go into it yet, but like heart blocks are important. I just didn't really know how to explain a heart block, so that's why I had to go, like, I didn't know how to like quickly explain a heart block, so I had to like go into it a little bit long. So we know what a heart block is. Basically, if there's a mismatch between a P and a QRS, and it can go from first degree to third degree. Third degree is complete lack of communication between the atria and the ventricles. So like you can see that on EKG where there's like there could be a P but no QRS, or like a P or a QRS, no P. Basically, like, that's what I mean. That's sinus bradycardia. Sinus heart blocks can cause bradyarrhythmias. The other ones, though, but for, oh my god, where is it? Okay, but for tachyarrhythmias, okay, what can cause bradyarrhythmias? Oh yeah, that's AV blocks. Tachyarrhythmias, though, this is when we have oh god, oh my god, I wrote notes on this, but I didn't like go deeper into it. But basically, tachyarrhythmia is when we have a heart rate of greater than 100 beats per minute. So this is going to be, bradyarrhythmia is going to be less than 60, greater than 100. Like, that's what tachyarrhythmia and bradyarrhythmias are. And there are different types of well, there's supraventricular tachyarrhythmias, there's ventricular tachyarrhythmias, like VTAC versus SVT. Sinus tachycardia is an example of tachyarrhythmia. But like heart blocks can produce bradyarrhythmias. But yeah, so, but okay, we're gonna continue. There are a lot of things that can cause tachyarrhythmia, so not gonna lie, low-key. But when we go into the shit with the medication, like But yeah, so we're gonna go on. We're gonna keep moving forward. If you got any questions, just let me know later. Just DM me, or like message on the Discord. But okay, so we're gonna continue. The goal of therapy for these arrhythmias, for like arrhythmias in general, the therapies are trying to restore normal pacemaker activity and modify impaired conduction. We are trying to fix the issues that are causing the rhythm problems. Restore normal pacemaker activity and modify. We can change the impaired conduction to like try and make it normal, more normal. So there are different there are like so there are different classes of antiarrhythmic drugs. So there's the Vaughan Williams, and then there's the Sicilian Gambit. So there's the Vaughan Williams, and then there's the Sicilian Gambit. This is class 5. Class 5. Class 5 is, well, so the Sicilian Gambit is like from 1 to 5, but the Vaughan Williams is class 1 to 4. The Sicilian Gambit is technically a newer system, but class 1 for Vaughan Williams is a sodium channel blocker, class 2 beta adrenergic, class 3 is a potassium channel blocker, class 4 is a calcium channel blocker, as we see here. The classification that was first done is by Vaughan Williams. So I'm just gonna fuck this. Oh my god. I hate writing. VWNSG. It's easier for me to write this way. So, by Vaughan Williams. And that has class 1 to 4. Then the other one is class 1 to 5. Most antiarrhythmic drugs are by the Vaughan Williams classification system, and the class 1 to 4 are used for the management of tachyarrhythmias. So, there are other agents that cannot be classified in the first 4, hence the newer system by Sicilian Gambit. That includes the miscellaneous antiarrhythmics like adenosine and digoxin. So adenosine and digoxin are not classified under the Vaughan Williams system, but they are also used for the treatment of tachycardias. Additionally, there's atropine. Atropine is not classified under either of these systems, but that's for bradycardia or bradyarrhythmia, not bradycardia. Fuck. Sodium or potassium, or oh my god, I can't read. Sodium or calcium channel blockade. Sodium or calcium channel blockade, prolongation of the effective refractory period, or blockage of sympathetic effects on the heart achieve therapeutic effects. So we see the different classes right here. So we're gonna go into so we got a summary here of different antiarrhythmic drugs. The first class is a sodium channel blocker, and that acts on 4. So it literally says it right here. Class 1 sodium channel blockers like quinidine or procainamide, lido or lidocaine, or mexilexitine or mexilitine. Wait. Mexilitine. Yeah, mexilitine. There's also strong ones, which are like propafenone or flecainamide or oh my god, I'm so bad at pronouncing this word. Flacainide. You know what? Fuck it. Wait, I'm gonna look it up. I'm so bad at pronouncing words. I'm gonna cry. Flaconide? Are you kidding me? No, I do not believe you.
Flecainide.
Flecainide? Flecainide. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. Now I know. Flecainide. Flecainide is a part of the sodium channel blockers. So those are NCABs. Then we also have the calcium channel blockers, which are verapamil or diltiazem. But then we also have the class 3s. Class 3s are amiodarone and sotalol. Those are potassium channel blockers. Beta blockers are propranolol and metoprolol. What do you remember specifically about the Jackson? Yeah, because it's a G, it's not a hard G, it's a giraffe G. Buddy, we're gonna do QBank after, I promise. I have to finish this assignment for tomorrow. I have to fill this out, so I turn it into a lecture. We're just yapping about it. You want to help us fill it out, Hema? We're gonna do QBank after, I promise. We're gonna do QBank on this shit. Okay. Like, it's not like I'm not doing medicine. I'm just doing this bullshit because I have to. Yeah, I know it's class 3. Yeah, it says class 3. And then class 2 beta blockers. Also, Sheba, this is another med student. Hema. But you're in the Australian system, right? Right? I low-key don't remember. I think you are? Are you you're in second year with us, basically. Right? Right? I don't remember anymore. Oh, you're in the American system, but I thought you were in Australia. Oh, you're in third year now? Fuck! Buddy, I completely forgot, okay? What? Oh my god, let's go! Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. By the way, did you hear I have a Discord now? So, like, I'm easier to reach there. So just do, like, exclamation DC and you can join. You'll get the link. But okay, so for sodium channel blockers, it's just restricting the rapid inflow of sodium during phase 0. So, restrict NA during phase 0. Yeah, phase 0. But also, wait. Also, Hema, join the fucking Discord, dude. Even Hika's in there. Well, yeah, I know. I know it's calcium. But like, they want it to be. Yeah. Like for phase 0 for pacemakers, it's L-type calcium channels and that opens to continuous low depolarization. Yes. You don't have Discord? You don't have... Wait. I don't believe that you don't have Discord. You have a Twitch. Huh? Discord? Then you should go on to Discord for medicine. I do not believe you. I'm sorry. I do not believe you. I legitimately do not believe. But okay. Yeah, all good. Patch, you have a Discord. That's what I don't believe. Like, even Psychen has a damn Discord. Psychen has a Discord. I don't get it. That's a lie and you know it. That's a lie and you know it. But okay, back to this bullshit. So, phase 0 deceleration. This decreases phase 0. And it decreases excitation. Oh my god. I know. I know. You're literally in the Discord, dude. How? You cannot lie to me. I see you in there. I own the Discord. Subclasses 1A, 1B, and 1C. This is the intensity of the sodium channel blockade. So, 1A is moderate. It also has moderate potassium channel blockade. The effect on APD and ERP increases. Oh, yes, please, tell me, help me, save me. I'm like, Oh, some also affect other phases. Are you kidding me? 3 minutes? I'm gonna scream. I said it to 1 minute and 90 seconds. I said it to 90 seconds. What the fuck? I'm gonna scream. Okay. But some affect other phases. Oh, you forgot which one affects what? Okay. Thank you. We will. We're gonna look that up like right the fuck now. Well, okay. So, thanks, Patch. But okay. So, I mean, okay, so a lot of questions ask this. So then, why don't we, like, go through it? So, 1 minute. Yeah, so that's what I was about to ask. So, like, I was about to ask, like, if this affects potassium blockers and it would affect class 4, it would affect phase 4, right? Also, 1C blocks as beta adreners, it should be class 2. Oh. Wait. What? Wait. Oh, 1B is the only true class 1. I see. Thank you. Now I understand. Now I get it. So this is the only true. I mean, you're okay. Well, look, I am bad at, I need paralleling. I need to be able to connect the information. So I like this. Thank you. Also, Hema, you know that if you're on the Discord, like, you can join and talk about this with me and explain if you want, of course. I'm not on there right now, but like, if people were able to like talk to me about it, I would. But okay, so then other effects. So then 1A can also do what? 1A blocks potassium, so it also affects class 4. So, like, that's just me. That's all I am saying. You do not have to. But, like, that's also, like, that's how you know what my schedule is. I know what I'm supposed to be talking about today. Because tomorrow I'm going to be doing congenital heart diseases and CHF tomorrow. Because I have to fill out shit for that. I have to fill out assignments on that. Yay! I mean, I know you have me on alerts, but like, It doesn't like let me post the pictures of like my fair. You do know, but it doesn't post like my schedule though. Like I don't know how to post a schedule just on straight Twitch. Like is it just posting it on my story? Like I'm being a boomer. I don't know. I don't know. Like I feel like that's what I have to do because like I want to make sure you know too what I'm talking about. I'll put it in my info section. Fine. I'll make an actual Google Calendar for it. I thought I did. I didn't though. Patch, but like if you see my opening study, if you see like my I can just put a picture. Yeah, I'll just put the picture. Yeah, you guys are smart. I'm not. Okay, and the effective action potential duration and effective refractor period, this will increase. 1B will decrease and 1C will have no effect. Profanone has mild beta blocking activity. So beta blocking activity, so it's a class 2 as well. So it'll affect class 2. Oh, look, I didn't think about that. Thank you. The other option I was thinking of was like just putting it in like my story, but like I don't know how many people actually check that. So yeah, it depends. So 1A is quinidine and procainamide, lidocaine via IV for class 2 for 1B, and then maxillatine, then flecainamide, then propafenone for 1C. Oh, I see. I get it now. Cool. 1A, so specific mechanism, specific agents. Procainamide, quinidine, mechanism of action, blockading of fast sodium channels. So, or moderate blockade of fast acting sodium channels in the open conformation, and it also blocks potassium. So, mod for moderate, and also blocks, increases the action potential and effective refractor period. So, and ERP, effective refractory period. Class 1A also has class 4 action potassium. Yeah, thank you. Indications are for atrial flutter, AFib, and SVT, supraventricular tachycardias. Adverse effects. Obviously, all these motherfuckers have QT log prolongation and torsades due to potassium channel blockade. Due to potassium channel blockade, procainamide will cause lupus-like syndrome. Procainamide. Yeah, I did. I'm not like completely stupid. I'm doing my best. Oh, by the way, Hema, I passed my last like 2 weeks ago my exams. I passed them all. And I thought I failed like my patho. Or like I thought I failed patho and microbiome. No. I did not. I was surprised. But like I was like pleasantly pleased that I was like not surprised that I passed pharma. I'm actually pretty okay at pharma. If they like tested us on like ADHD meds, like I would have gotten an A, but like that's not yet. That's like next sem. But yeah, no, I was very happy. Now we're gonna go on to quinidine. Quinidine will have like synchronism. That's the thing with the ear, like where you're blind, deaf, and dumb. Wait. Blind, deaf, dizzy, and yes, I know. Yep. I know those effects fully. I know those effects fully. I take mine religiously, daily. Unless I forget. But then people remind me because they know the difference of me when I take it versus when I don't. But okay, quinidine will cause synchronism. Synchronism also happens in like which one is it? Synchronism also happens in quinine, right? The one, well, it happens in quinidine. Also, it's in the one for malaria as well. The one, oh my god, I'm forgetting the name. I'm forgetting the name, but I remember the sketchy picture, and it's the one that has a cycle in it. It has like a wheel. Quinine. Yes, quinine. Thank you. Thank you. Quinine is the one in malaria, and that also causes synchronism. But quinidine also has synchronism. Tinnitus, headache, and visual changes. Wait, what? It's in tonic water? That's why it tastes weird. Now I know. Oh god. One of my friends is G6PD. That means I can't like make drinks with tonic water in it. Thank you. Thank you for that reminder. I did not know. I didn't know. Thank you. And it'll also cause nausea and diarrhea. Also thrombocytopenia. Wait. Question. What does the structure of quinidine look like quinine? Because like I'm trying to figure out. Because like a lot of these also happen in quinine. Damn it! You're this third year med student. You should know. I'm joking. I'm joking. We're both gonna find out together. Oh wow. Wow. Quinine. Quinine versus quinidine. It's it's just a it's just a stereo change. It's a different chiral form. Oh, anticholinergic shit. Oh, that that's disopyramide. Disopyramide has anticholinergic activity. So you got dry mouth, dry eyes. You're dry as a bone. Disopyramide. Disopyramide has those things. Disopyramide? Oh, disopyramide is it's another sodium channel blocker. It's an antiarrhythmic. It's Norpace or Arithmodan. Do you know that one? Disopyramide is a med used to treat heart rhythm abnormalities. Yeah, it's just another. It's another Na. It's just another sodium channel blocker. It's another class 1 sodium channel class 1A sodium channel blocker. But it's gonna cause dry mouth, dry eyes, urinary retention, and visual changes or blurred vision. But yeah, that's another one. And for drug interactions, quinidine because now I know we're gonna finish this whole document. It's like 18 pages. Or we can just go straight to here. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I think you should come back in an hour. I'm sorry, Hema. This'll take a while. Because like I do have to finish like this whole thing. Yeah. Like this is a document, and it's gonna take forever. But quinidine will increase digoxin plasma levels because it's also like super spooky in the presence of hypokalemia because of like the potassium blocking. But okay. It's also a strong quinidine is a strong inhibitor of CYP2D6. Yes. I think we just have to submit the last part, but like we do have to do it. Like how are we going to know to do the rest of it unless we do the whole thing, right? Am I wrong? Cuz like though here's the thing. I know Hema could answer this, but I cannot cuz I don't remember this. Yeah. Actually, wait. Hey, Hema. Hey, Hema. Do you want to just help us finish this? Because Shiva's also in the same class as me. But drugs for acute therapy for sinus Brady, it's just no need for treatment if asymptomatic. But yeah, so we still have to go through this whole fucking document. So like to actually answer those questions. So that's why it's like it'll take us a sec. But yeah, so back to sodium channel blocking. For 1B, this is going to be like the specific like Lido. This is where we have Lido, Lido through IV, and mexilitine, which is oral. So we have mild blockade of fast-acting sodium blockers. So mild. But it shortens the repolarization period. Shortens the repolarization period. Indications. This is for VTAC, ventricular tachycardia, especially after MI. So, it's more selective for like hypoxic depolarized tissues. So, like for heart tissue, like myocardium that just had the ischemia. So in here, what it's going to do, it's going to reduce the action potential. Reduce the action potential and the ERP, which is the effective refractory period. So it's more selective for hypoxic depolarized tissues such as ischemic myocardium and the ventricular indications for VTAC. Adverse effects though, we got some CNS tissues, so like dizziness, insomnia, tremor, and seizures. Insomnia, tremor, or seizures. Then we have depression of the CVS depression of CVS system. So hypotension, asystole, and shock. We also have GI distress. Sodium channel blockers like flecainide and propranolone. This is going to be the ones that so Hema mentioned that these can also be considered the 1C can be considered as beta. They're like class 2 because they have beta blocking action. Propranolone specifically has mild beta blocking action. It kind of like, yeah, that's why. The only true class 1 is class B, 1B. So the mechanism of action for this is going to be marked block, like a big blockade of fast acting. It's like strong. And they have slow kinetic profile. No effect on repolarization. But they have minimal effect on effective refractory period. So propafenone and no effect on weight. So what's going to happen for the so the class 1C mechanism of action. So class 1C mechanism of action here. So there's going to be a prolonged reduction in phase 0. Slowing. Strong slowing effect on action potential duration. Indications. This is for the big scary motherfuckers. Life-threatening SVTs and VTAC. And ventricular tachycardia. So, VTAC. Or ventricular tachyarrhythmias. The adverse effects, these can also cause arrhythmia, though the fun thing is, class 1C, they can cause arrhythmia due to slow dissociation on the receptor. So, another specific thing. Contraindicated in ischemic heart disease. Do not give it if they have ischemic heart disease. Ischemic heart disease. Next. Beta blockers. So, these are the adrenergic bullshits. Acebutolol, atenolol, lismolol, metoprolol, the ones that end in lol, basically. These block sympathetic activity at the beta 1 adrenergic receptors. So, it reduces heart rate. Reduces conduction velocity. And then decreases contractility. Inotropy. Chronotropy. Dormotropy. Okay. But also, it decreases the slope of phase 4 repolarization. And it has prolonged repolarization at the AV. Increased action potential duration and an ERP. So, indications are for sinus tachy, atrial flutter and AFib, PVCs, and VTAC. Then adverse effects. The most common are going to be hypotension and bradycardia, increased potential for heart blocks. Also, the non-selective agents can cause bronchospasms. What? Wait, read what? What did you miss? Can you see? Hello? I can type this out, I'm sorry. I'll type it. Oh, indications. So the indications are for sinus tachy, atrial flutter, and atrial fibrillation, or AFib. Also for PVC, premature ventricular complexes, and ventricular tachycardia. Also the MOA. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know. I mean, you remember this from Sketchy. We watched the Sketchy video on this, like, a while ago. But, like, you remember this. I know you remember this. Prolonged repolarization. Increase action potential duration. And effective refractory period. Okay, we good? Are we good? Yeah, of course. Look, I get it. My handwriting sucks. But yeah, adverse effects of beta blockers. So adverse effects of beta blockers. Most common ones are going to be hypotension and bradycardia because of the decreasing in the rate, rhythm, and like this rate velocity and the contractility. Those are the most common, but there's also the increased potential for heart blocks. Then there's also the non-selective beta blocker agents can cause bronchospasms and bronchoconstriction due to beta 2 blockade because it's non-selective for beta 1 or 2, which means we have uncontested alpha activation. As you remember, I know you remember this. You have to remember this, please. Okay. Class 3, we got amiodarone, dronedarone, sotalol, iburolide, and dofetilide. The mechanism of action of these are the potassium. We're on the potassium channel blockers. These are broad spectrum antiarrhythmics. So, the drugs with class 2 activity are sotalol, because it ends in lol. Just remember that. If it ends in lol, probably it can act like class 2. It can act like a beta blocker. But the mechanism of action is that they inhibit potassium. They inhibit the potassium currents. And they delay repolarization. They prolong the action potential duration. And effective refractory period. Sotalol also has class 2. Amiodarone they're non-specific. They're non-selective. They're broad spectrum. Broad spectrum antiarrhythmics. Alright. You ready to move on? Okay, we're continuing. Cool. So, amiodarone has a very long half-life. Amiodarone has a half-life of 60 to 90 days. Dronedarone specifically lacks the iodine component of the amiodarone, and it's replaced by a methyl sulfonyl group. Because of that, it has reduced thyroid or end organ adverse effects, unlike amiodarone. Like we can see it on here. Unlike amiodarone, dronedarone does not have the iodine groups. And it's not as lipophilic as amiodarone, so it has a shortened half-life in comparison. Shortened half-life. Indications again. Indications again for the sodium or for the potassium channel blockers are going to be for VTAC, ventricular tachycardia, and that's going to be amiodarone and sotalol specific, those two specifically. Fibrillation and flutter. Fibrillation and flutter for amiodarone, dronedarone, sotalol, ibutylide, and dofetilide. So dofetilide, I see. Adverse effects, though, are going to be QT prolongation and TDP, torsades de pointes, because of the potassium blocking. Amiodarone has a potential for thyroid dysfunction because of the iodine group. Also under iodine, we have liver dysfunction. And also, corneal deposits and pulmonary fibrosis. Oh shit. Let's see what the reminders are for pharma tomorrow. Oh, micro. There's no announced quiz, but expect a quiz just in case. Bring the needed materials for tomorrow's physical diagnosis, practical, and pharma. Answer the worksheet prior to class. Assignment is individual and it should be submitted beforehand. Yes, I know. That's why I'm doing it right now. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Mechanism of action of calcium channel blockers. So these are going to be the non-dihydropyridines, the verapamil, like, so, not nifedipine. Not nifedipine. Oh no, it's verapamil. Verapamil and diltiazem. Verapamil, diltiazem. Those. Non-dihydropyridines. Those, not the sartans. Sartans are the calcium channel blocker. What? Nifedipine is the calcium channel blocker. That is the non-dihydropyridine, right? Honestly, now I'm drawing a blank. Non-dihydropyridine channel blockers. Let's see what those are. These are... Oh my god, I am going insane. Oh, these are phenylalkylamine and benzothiazepine. So like the phendyline, the galopamil, verapamil, diltiazem, also known as cardizem. So it is just verapamil and diltiazem. But basically, for the calcium channel blockers, this blocks the L-type calcium channel block. L-type calcium channels. And this then decreases the conduction velocity. This prolongs repolarization at the AB node. And and it prolongs the effective refractory period. Oh my god, there are so many pages of this. Jesus Christ. We're almost done though. Only have like 7 more pages before we get to the final questions. Indications are going to be for BTAC or SVT, supraventricular tachycardia. Supraventricular tachycardia. Adverse effects: hypotension, AV blocks, and constipation. Don't ask me why. So now we have class 5 drugs. Other drugs used to treat tachycardia. Or tachyarrhythmias, sorry. So these ones, they're going to be adenosine, magnesium sulfate, and digoxin. So we're going to start with adenosine. Adenosine acts on the purinergic receptor, so P1. This is going to have the effect of causing an increase in potassium efflux and decreased calcium. It is going to then hyperpolarize the calcium, or hyperpolarize the cardiac cells. This then slows conduction time through the AV node and interrupts re-entry pathways through the AP. Oh my god. Okay. Entry pathways, sorry. And interrupts the re-entry pathway through the AV node. Are you ready to continue? For the duration of action, this is going to be like a super short half-life. Half-life is 10 seconds. And a super short duration of action. Indications for adenosine. For the pharmacology, so like the pharmacokinetics, the reason why what to do, because it has a half-life of like less than 10 seconds. This is administered through rapid push, and then you elevate the arm of the patient to like get it straight there to where you need it to go, because this is the drug of choice for the treatment of paroxysmal SVT, including those associated with Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome. Okay, let's make this a little smaller. There we go. Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome. Adverse effects may include chest discomfort, difficulty breathing, dizziness and flushing. There's going to be initial discomfort on after administration, but it is short-lived due to the short duration of action. Mechanism or magnesium sulfate. Magnesium sulfate, what that motherfucker does. Decreases calcium influx and prevents early after depolarization, and this is what you use to manage torsades. It is used in the management of torsades. Okay, digoxin. Now we're gonna go on to digoxin. Digoxin inhibits the sodium potassium ATPase pump, and this has direct suppression of the AV node conduction, which directly increases the effective refractory period, decreases conduction velocity, enhances vagal tone, and decreases the ventricular rate for the treatment of SVT, or supraventricular arrhythmias. That's like the only thing it's for. Supraventricular arrhythmias, unless like Hema is gonna come in and like say something otherwise, and with which I defer to him, because like he's the YL3, he's like the M3, so. This enhances vagal tone. And decreases conduction velocity, increases effective refractory period. This directly suppresses the AV node conduction. Okay, ready? Good to move on? We are almost to the end of this page, or we are almost to the end of this fucking worksheet. Okay, bradyarrhythmias. This is going to be atropine and then isoprotenolol. These are not included in the von Williams and the Sicilian gamma classification. Safe to say that those classified in the two systems are for tachyarrhythmias. Atropine and isoprotenolol are used in bradyarrhythmias. So atropine, this blocks the effects of acetylcholine, and it will decrease the sinus rate. This decreases the sinus rate, blocks ACH receptors, and increases heart rate. Or decreases heart rate. So, wait. Oh, wait, no. Atropine? Oh my god, no, I don't know how to read. I am so sorry. This is for bradyarrhythmias. I don't know how to read, you guys. Don't mind me. You know, med student not knowing how to read. Since this blocks the effects of acetylcholine, this increases the sinus rate and decreases the refractory period. Because bradyarrhythmias, that means your heart is slow. You want our heart to go faster. So adverse effects. This is a cholinergic, so dry mouth, mydriasis, arrhythmias. And also, like, according to like some books, they say something like cyclopegia. We're gonna look up what that is. Cycloplegia, paralysis in the eyes. Okay. Paralysis of the ciliary muscle in the eye. Got it. Okay, isoprotenolol. This was going to stimulate the beta adrenoreceptors. So, isoprotenolol stimulates the beta adrenoreceptors and increases heart rate and contractility. And this is going to increase the heart rate and cardiac output in patients with AV block. Though, her adverse effects. You gotta get some chest pain. You gotta get some tachycardia. Headaches, dizziness, flushing. Flushing and tremors. Okay. And here are the drugs for the personal formulary. So, like, we're going to look at this a lot when we go to answer the questions. And also, again, this is normal sinus rhythm. P. Wait, where is it? I'm gonna look at this one. This is good. P. Wait. P. Wait. P. Q. U. R. S. Okay, I can't read it. Never mind. I can't read. It's too hard for me to see. Actually, wait, no, this is better. P. Q. R. S. T. P. Q. R. S. T. P. Q. R. S. T. There. This bottom one is perfect. I'm not looking at the other ones because I am still really bad at reading them, not gonna lie. Even though I asked for help, and like I kind of know it for the most part, I don't remember. I need to like look at the 3D image to like remember where everything is supposed to go. Also, yeah, the third line is really hard to see. So, I prefer this one. I just want to read this one on the bottom here. This one's nice. I like this one. This is what we can see. We see where the PQR is. No, it's fine. It's fine. Normal sinus rhythm. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But okay, so we got sinus Brady. Sinus bradycardia, drugs for acute therapy. That, like, we are gonna go. I think they're gonna be talking about how to read an EKG in class tomorrow, so I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be okay. Because like I am bad at teaching how to read EKGs. I no, no, no. Don't make me do it. Fuck EKGs. But okay, so for the first one, for sinus Brady, what we're gonna do to treat like acutely is gonna be I'm gonna look at the thingy again. I'm gonna look at the antiarrhythmic drugs worksheet, like that actual reference thingy in the end. So for sinus Brady, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna look at sinus Brady. But what I will look at, drugs for acute therapy for sinus tachy. That is gonna be beta blockers, calcium channel blockers, because the heart rate is greater than 100 BPM. So, but another one for sinus tachy, like for acute. Lidocaine is acute for VT and VF, ventricular fibrillation and ventricular flutter, or ventricular fibrillation and or ventricular tachycardia and ventricular fibrillation. So you know what? We're gonna, huh? We'll look at it. But like EKGs are hard. I am not good at them yet. I am so bad at them. I'm gonna like. I feel like I feel okay. Hear me out. I feel like Psychic wouldn't be like. I feel like he wouldn't like completely brush me off if I asked him, "Hey, could we do like a collab stream? Well, I ask you to teach me how to read an EKG." I feel like he wouldn't be against it, but I don't want to ask because like he's always busy. He's always busy. So like that would have to be like a goal thing, maybe. But for AFib and atrial flutter, AFib and atrial flutter for you can give Calcium 1, you can give class 1A, class 2, class 3, class 4. Amiodarone amiodarone though can convert atrial fib back to NSR though. So for atrial fibrillation, for acute therapy, we could literally just do amiodarone. For chronic therapy, sodium channel blockers. Class 1A. Class 2. Class 2. Class 3. Class 3. Class 4. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I was like, AFib and A flutter, you can give them for both. That's the thing. And oh, also atrial fibrillation is what's considered irregularly irregular. Like nothing is regular there. There's a fibrillatory waves, while flutter is gonna look like a sawtooth pattern. And all atrial flutters are atrial fibrillation because AFib, A flutter, A patients with AFib are gonna have A flutter. And atrial fibrillation is the complete opposite of NSR. There is no P wave, and there's irregular intervals and distance between QRS complexes. So I feel like I'm just gonna type it in, and then I'm gonna, because I printed it out. It's on my thingy. It's on my table. I'm gonna write down my answers on there, like after I'm done, like on stream. So for notes, important points to think about. Important points for AFib and A flutter. No P wave. No P wave. Irregular distance. Sawtooth appearance. Well, sawtooth appearance. So then, for VTAC, this is gonna have a big PQ. This is gonna have a VQ, a big QRS complex. So you see the PVC, kind of. Kind of. Do you kind of see it? I can kind of see it, but I don't know if you guys can. But like for an EKG like that, because that's the VTAC post MI, you gotta give them Lido, the Lido through IV, which is a class 1B sodium channel blocker. I think I'm right. I think I'm right. Oh my god, where's Hema? Where's another doctor? But okay, next. Okay, so for VTech, like that's all we really need on here. But so for sinus Brady, so I'm actually a little bit confused because for sinus Brady cardia, you can just give like, I mean, you can just give atropine. I mean, I don't know like which is technically the acute treatment, so we're gonna have to find that out. So the acute treatment. Acute treatment of bradycardia. Oh, it is just atropine. Oh, here. I mean, this is a bradycardia algorithm, but I don't really know how helpful this is for us because we don't. This is technically beyond our scope. Management of clinically significant bradycardia that is inadequate for a clinical condition. So, initial treatment for any patient with bradycardia is going to be focusing on airway and breathing, provide supplementary oxygen, place the patient on a monitor, evaluate blood pressure and oxyhemoglobin saturation, establish IV access, and for the treatment, atropine. Atropine is first line, so it's just atropine. It's just atropine. Yeah, you do. It's just atropine. For chronic therapy, though, I didn't even know there was a chronic therapy for bradycardia. So it's just atropine. It's just atropine. Now we know. I'm not doing that voice again. Fucking hell. Okay, so bradyarrhythmias. Bradyarrhythmia. How would I treat you? But yeah, so for chronic, I don't know. Let's look at that up. Adenosine is good for like adenosine is specifically for SVT, supraventricular tachycardia. So like this. Because basically what adenosine is, it's used for SVT, basically. You can use SVT acutely. Let me see. So, because in indications, like, it's a diagnostic or therapeutic agent. Drug metabolism. So it's super fast. Like, that's why. Administration is administered IV in very specific clinical cases, and it's given through IV access as a 6 mg dose, followed by a 20 ml saline flush. But yeah, so basically it is for SVT. Torsades, it's going to be magnesium sulfate. And this is for torsades, the points. For VFib, for ventricular fibrillation, this is going to be, you can give well, this is chronic treatment, so this is going to be sotalol. You can give amiodarone. What else can we give? We can also give I mean, because like anything that can prolong the QT. So you can give amiodarone you can give amiodarone, sotalol, dofetilide and ibutylide, and dronedarone. Those are specifically for AFib, like chronic AFib. So like AFib, but like for chronic, but like acute treatment for Ibutolol can acutely convert AF as well. So this is the Ibutolide. Ibutolide is the one. So Ibutolide. Ibutolide. Sinus tachy. Sinus tachy. I mean, if it's symptomatic, I don't really understand like why. Because sinus tachy is fine. Sinus brady is fine unless they're symptomatic. And then if they're symptomatic, then like there are some stuff you can give. Like for sinus brady, if you have symptoms, then you give atropine, isoproterenol, or terbutaline. For sinus tachy, just beta blockers, calcium channel blockers. But AFib and aflutter, like they're the same. VTAC, class 1B channel blockers. You can give that. So lidocaine for lidocaine, because it has to be given through IV and it's going to be fast. But like for chronic, you can also give them amiodarone sodalol. Like that's the thing with this. I'm like low key confused because like sometimes some of these just don't really have chronic therapy. Like, because for sinus brady and sinus tachy, you only treat if symptomatic. And for sinus tachy, this is going to be beta blockers. Like, that's the thing, I'm a little bit confused. Like, low key. Because, like, adenosine is for acute treatment of PSVT. And this is from Goodman and Gilman's, but so a lot of the drugs, we can look at it on Goodman and Gilman's. Diltiazem and verapamil, these are going to be for acute IV for PSVT and atrial fib. So you can put diltiazem and verapamil. This is for, yeah. What? No, like if your sinus brady, you don't want to give them a calcium channel blocker because that'll make them slower. But like, yeah, all good. It's fine. Sinus tachy, you can give beta blockers or CCBs. Or you can give like, yeah, just CCBs. CCBs, beta blockers. That's what you can give. But like sinus brady, you don't really have to treat it. They're asymptomatic because like they're good. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. But for SVT, adenosine, you can give channel 1A and 1C channel blockers. You can give verapamil, diltiazem. You can also give digoxin for SVT. So, wait. Yeah. So, see, and then we can give diltiazem, glycerapamil. Yeah. Oh, what? No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Girl, it's fine. Chill. It's chill. Chill out. Chill out. It's okay. Like, mine's gonna be like my notes are important points are gonna be different. I actually don't know like what the hell how we're supposed to fill this out, and I'm not showing the instructions on screen because that will dox me. And that's bad. But like you may extend the table and add more arrhythmias. Do I have to extend the table? Because I do not want to extend the table. I'm not gonna do that. I'm lazy. Like, I think this is good enough. Like, this is just a drugs for acute therapy, chronic therapy, and notes and important points. I'm gonna do exactly what it tells me to do to fill it up. I'm just gonna fill it up. But like, bursitis tachy, I don't know what. Let's just look at stat pros once again. Treatment and management. Benign causes such as physical activity or stress do not need any specific cardiac treatment. If sudden tachycardia is due to a medical condition at risk for clinical deterioration, like sepsis, shock, hypoxia, metabolic acidosis, and acute MI, the patient should be admitted. So, like, what fucking treatment should be dependent on cause? What do you mean? Just like, what do you mean? Like, what treatment are you supposed to be doing? Where's the tachycardia coming from? I don't fucking know. I think this is enough. I don't get it. I don't get this. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's do some fucking AMBOSS. Maybe maybe I can get a Q bank out of this. I'm gonna browse, maybe, so for tachyarrhythmias. Tachyarrhythmia. Tachycardia, bradycardia syndrome. Let's go to that and let's get some Q bank out. Are you kidding me? Okay, fine. Just study plan this one. This one. We are doing fuck. I skipped a lot of weeks. I skipped so many weeks. Look, I'm not perfect. I can tell you that much. We're gonna start off with the first week because I completely fucked up. So, but yeah. Hi, Maddie. Hope you're having a good day. We are doing some Q bank. But yeah, Shiba. Do you need a screenshot of like the table thingy? Cause like I can get you one like right now. Like if you get more, like just share it to the thingy. But yeah, I'll drop this in the Discord. This this table. Like I know you're filling it out with me, but like yeah, I'm posting it in here. That's in the Discord. I am trying to get all of us to use Discord instead of Messenger because God, I fucking hate Messenger. I hate Messenger. I'm sorry. No one can ever make me like Messenger. Ever. No one can. Hate it. Hate it to death. Yeah, now we're gonna do this. So, leptomeningeal enhancement, 2-day history of fever, adverse bright light. Oh, she has meningitis. So, it's probably gonna be ceftriax. This is bacterial meningitis. 3rd generation cephalosporins, ampicillins, and banco will help. Oh, okay. Most common causes of community-acquired bacterial meningitis in patients greater than 60 years old are gram-positive S. pneumo and L. monocytogenes, and gram-negative H. influenza. Oh, so I hate Messenger because messages get lost. There's no real way to like organize things in Messenger. You always have to go to a new fucking service. At least Discord. At least Discord. It's all in one thing. I can set up file folders that have more space for that. I can set up articles in there. I can set up threads that do not take away or like fucking completely go like completely disrupt the flow of the conversation. You can just click on the thread. Like you can have one channel in Discord be like resources. And then in that channel for resources, you can just set up threads separating which kind of resource that you want to put in. It's great. I love it. Messenger sucks ass. Nobody will ever make me like Messenger. And again, like it's such a pain to look things up on Messenger. Try looking anything up on Messenger. It's hard as hell. Hate it. I hate it to death. Petting zoo with her family. Bladed diarrhea and abdominal pain. Ooh. Oh my god, weird. Petting zoo? Maybe it's gram-negative flagellated bacteria. Yeah, like the way that I set up our batch Discord, like when I get the fucking time, I'm gonna set up my community Discord to be that way. Like, I love Discord. Discord maybe eventually sponsor me. Maybe. I use Discord so much for like school shit. Like, I don't use Messenger. All of y'all motherfuckers are on Messenger? My god! How do you manage doing it? How do you manage not losing things? There are so many fucking GCs. God, I hate it. At least in one server, you can manage everything. Like, it's great. But okay, petting zoo with a family. She's feverish. Tenderness of palpation of the right lower quadrant. Soul culture at 42. Black! Cultures that turn black after adding phenyl, whatever the fuck. Phenylendiamine. This is gonna be something. Oh god. Phenylendiamine. This is gonna be. This is. Oh! Phenylendiamine. This sounds really fucking familiar. Wait. It turns black. Is this phenylendiamine stain? What is another name for that stain? What is it staining for? I know it's... I mean, it's also used for, like, dyeing things, literally, but, like... What is this? I'm gonna say this. Campylobacter species? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I would not have known. Oh, Campylobacter jejuni. Oh. Guillain-Barré. Oh, direct contact with infected animals at a petting zoo is a risk factor. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Now I get it. Now I understand. Okay, cool, cool, cool. 66-year-old man with coronary artery disease and hypertension comes to the emergency department because of intermittent retrosternal chest pain, lightheadedness, and palpitations. Wait. What is this music? I don't get it. Okay, that's better. That's better. I like that more. Okay. She smoked 1 pack of ciggies for 90 daily for 39 years. So 39 pack years. Retrosternal chest pain. Ooh. Long-term prevention of embolic stroke in the patient. I mean, you could just... You can just give aspirin, a baby aspirin. Oh, wait, no, he has AFib! Fuck. If he has AFib, then you can just do... Where's a channel blocker? What? Oh, dabigatran. Oh, never mind. Never mind, I wasn't thinking about it. Fuck. I was like, oh, embolic stroke. Yeah, no. I was like, maybe a baby aspirin, because like I thought he just had, but he just had hypertension and like was at risk of stroke. So giving him a baby aspirin is like okay, okay. Ventilation, small perfusion defect, SA hemorrhage. Oh, can just give pulmonary embolism. Oh, what's the answer? Antithrombin 3. Oh, oh, it's fucking heparin. Okay. Oh well. Oh well. Look, look. My brain was like all focused in on the other thing. I completely forgot everything that I talked about for heparin and like the anticoagulants. Peripheral neuropathy comes to the physician for a follow-up examination after monoclonal gammopathy. 6% monoclonal plasma cells. Downregulated. Proliferation of these monoclonal plasma cells is normally prevented by a class of immune cells and opsonization. So, natural killer cells. Yeah, this is like a monoclonal. This is like AMBOSS. This is like a pre-malignant plasma cell dyscrasia. I was like, that looks cancerous. And natural killer cells do not need prior sensitization in order to like kill things off. But yeah, nah, legit. Back to my hate of Messenger. I fucking hate Messenger. There is no real way to organize on it. I don't understand why people are using it for that purpose. Motherfucker, we have a Microsoft Teams. We can just set it up on Teams. I'll be okay with that. At least it's free for us. Or what? We could use Slack. We could use Slack. I hate Messenger, and I will always hate Messenger. Messenger and I are enemies. And also, like, if you like customization, motherfucker, you have more customization on Discord than you do on fucking Messenger. No one will ever make me like that thing. Okay, skill issue. Go to therapy. Teams is not bad. And besides, like, for Teams meetings, you don't have to have, like, the meetings part. It can just be for setting up file archiving, file folder link saving, file folder link organization. I'm sorry, but I don't like how much we have to like pin things on Messenger. I hate having to pin links. I hate having to bookmark links. If we had a dedicated channel on like a Discord or on a Slack or anything like that, that would allow for ease of access, that would be amazing. We don't. Wait, what do you mean people don't know how to navigate Discord? I'm older than all of you. Why do I know how to use it? You guys should be able to adapt to technology. What do you mean not everybody? How? How? I don't get it. I don't get it. I will never understand. What? God damn it. Like, Messenger just sucks. Nobody wants to change from Messenger onto something else. I fucking hate Messenger. Also, like, come on. It's literally not that hard. Like, oh, there's a general chat. There's an announcements chat. There's even a voice channel. You can sit in the voice channel. There are different channels meant you can set up different channels for different sections. And it's not like how Messenger, how like they got rid of community chats and we had to set up a thing with a Facebook group. On Discord, it's all in one thing. The only problem with Discord is the fact that our school blocks it. But also, why the fuck do they block that, but they don't block ChatGPT? I had to mute Messenger because it pings it on my VTube Studio phone. Imagine like all the pings going on non-stop during my stream. I would go insane. Y'all would go insane. I hate it. Ah! But okay, Von Willebrand. Von Willebrand, what are you? Ooh, cleavage of WF of von Willebrand factor. So a really large von Willebrand factor. No, which is gonna be probably gonna be it's gonna be elevated hapto platelet. Oh, fragment. Okay. Fuck. Yeah, I'm tired. Can you tell? Okay. 62-year-old man with gastroesophageal with GERD and osteoarthritis. 1 hour history of stabbing epigastric pain, small pack of ciggies, sinus tachy without ST elevation. So it's gonna be referred pain, left jaw. Oh wait, right? Oh no! Oh no! I read this wrong. Is this not gonna be right? What? What is it? Left shoulder. Oh. I didn't know that. Okay. Now I know. Like, do I have to learn how to use Slack just to set up a Slack for the damn group, for the damn batch? Because I will. I will do it. Because I hate Teams. Or rather, I hate Messenger. Messenger is on my shit list. Messenger is on my shit list. Next to it on my shit list is WhatsApp. I hate both of them. Slack is like Teams. Slack is just business Teams. It's literally just corporate Discord. It's just corporate Discord. That's all it is. Or like if we could get a free version of Slack, like that'd be amazing. Or like my only dislike about Slack now is that they've integrated AI into everything. You can have like AI agents, but like you can choose to not have it. Like, but I like the messaging, I like the huddles, I like the clips, I like the templates, I like the canvas, I like the lists and the file sharing. But like AI is not necessary. It's better. I prefer it. But like I prefer Teams. Like for me, it's Discord and Slack are extremely similar, especially if you look at the UI. Like this is the video. Sorry, I'm on a tangent now. But like this is basically the video for the promo for Slack. Look at that. This is basically Discord. You can integrate apps into here. I agree, not everything should have AI, but so like we can change it. But like, look, you can have apps integrated into the damn thing. Like that is the actual, that's the server. The Acme Inc. is the server. The Acme Inc. thing here is the server. And then like the app's in there, but that thing at the bottom, this thing, that's the chat. That's the chat. And then you can have DMs. So like, this is basically like a nicer looking Teams. This is a nicer looking Teams, honestly. Yeah, see? You can integrate Google Drive right in. Hence I wish we had like Slack instead. I will take Slack over Messenger. I will take Slack over Teams. If we can't have Discord, we should have Slack. That's all. That's my opinion. But okay. 67-year-old because of fever, chills, myalgia, joint pain after. Oh. Luke's said rate. Ooh, this is gonna be Novo bias insensitive coagulase negative cocci. This is gonna be prosthetic heart valve. Yeah, this is staph epidermidis. But yeah, no, legit. Like, oh! Oh my god. There's a free Slack. Sorry, I got, there's free version. There's a free thingy of Slack. You can have up to 3 apps. Like the free subscription enables small teams to communicate and stay to get connected. If I figured out how to set this up, I will shut down like the batch Discord and move it all to Slack. It's my Discord anyway. What are they going to do? Nobody fucking uses it. Unless I put links in there. The only one who uses it is me. Legit, what are they going to do? I have unlimited power. And only one person that knows about that Discord is in here. And you're not gonna snitch. Right? But yeah, back to this. 61-year-old man comes to the physician because of weight loss and a non-productive cough for 4 months. Microdeletion on chromosome 7. Erlotinib. Or erlotinib. Erlotinib, how does that motherfucking work? I mean, it inhibits EGFR. I know that. Also, speaking of AI, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out. Why is Drug Bank, my goat, Drug Bank, why is it starting to integrate AI? No! Fuck! God! I mean, it inhibits EGFR. It inhibits nuclear receptor subgroup 1 too. No, literally, like I'm gonna show y'all in a second, but like I forgot exactly which one it acts on, but like if it and it probably acts on epidermal. Wait, if it acts on EGFR, like if you look at it now, they have like a thingy. So I mean, if it inhibits, it induces apoptosis and cell arrest. That means it has to work on G1, right? But yeah, no. Um, that's all I'm saying. But yeah, no, legit. Uh, I hate everything. Besides, like, there's a choice to add in the AI, and like, if I'm gonna figure out how to set it up, I'm not gonna use it. Fatigue for several months. Son is not as active as he used to be. He is born at 38 weeks of gestation. Okay, that's fine. Mild conjunctival pallor. Oh, angular colitis. This looks like some kind of anemia. So decrease iron capacity. Decrease iron capacity. Probably like some iron deficiency anemia shit, maybe. I mean, iron deficiency anemia labs. Like that would show. That would have like. So, in iron deficiency anemia, you'd have less than 10 ferritin, so like very low ferritin. So your serum ferritin would be decreased. Your total iron binding capacity, your iron capacity would be increased, your MCV would be decreased. So I think it's gonna be, which one is it? So RDW though, I don't remember what that is. Oh, RDW is probably gonna be maybe increased? Maybe? So decrease. Oh, cell distribution width. Oh wait, no, this has to be increased. It's so because like that means there's nothing doing the iron. So which one has norm increased, decreased? So it's gonna be F. Yeah, this is like because like this looks like iron deficiency. Like it's more just like the bilateral corners of the mouth and the pallor. That's what made me think that this was iron deficiency anemia. I didn't know anything about the cow's milk though. Oh, there's low iron content in cow's milk. Oh. I didn't know that. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. 24-year-old man comes to the physician with a wound on his arm. He injured himself by absentmindedly walking into a glass door. He had 5 months jobs in the last 8 months. He quit. Oh. What? Okay. Maddie, I don't know if you're still in here. I know you're lurking, but like, girl, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and then I'm going to send this over to Lev to answer. Maybe. Oh my god, wait. Wait, Maddie. I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, do you think like she'd be open to me like asking her questions on stream? I will ask her beforehand, but like, because like if so, I'm gonna ask her so many questions. Oh god. What happened to my model? No. No. Oh my god. Oh thank god. I'm okay. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking here. Maybe, possibly. But like oh my god. Absent-mindedly after walking. What the hell is this? Could this be I don't think it's conduct disorder. Conduct disorder is like when you're a kid. Huh. Narcissistic personality disorder could make sense because like he literally says that the work was beneath him. He was in prison for credit card fraud. I feel like this is antisocial personality. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Okay. Oh. Wait. Huh? What do you mean? Oh. Oh. Oh, I wasn't thinking about that. Wait. Left shoulder, the back, and the proximal phalanges of the right hand. Oh, he threw a punch. Oh, he got into a fight. Oh, he got into a fight. He got into a fight. Laceration. Oh my fucking god. That was a knife wound. That was a knife wound. Damn it. Yeah, this is a cluster B. Because I was like, conduct disorder, like, he fit the shit for conduct disorder when he was a kid. Because, like, conduct disorder, he's gonna have expelled from the age of 13 for stealing school property and threatening to assault a teacher. He doesn't face child support, but yeah, okay. 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 Ooh, seizure. Ooh, seizure. Oh no, neurocystis or oh. Yeah, I was like, this look like, oh my god. What is this? What? Huh? I hate this question. What the fuck? This question is my 13th reason. What do you mean? I was right. It was Tania Solium. Fuck you. It was Tania Solium. Which you get from Rope Park. No. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Okay, I'm so mad. I'm so mad, you guys. I'm so mad. What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? Oh my god, okay. I am frustrated. I am so frustrated. Fuck you. I hate this. Okay. Acute. But okay. Yeah, there is a difference. But like, God, I'm just pissed because like, no, what I'm pissed about is the fact that like they had the thing of the raw pork there at all. Because like the raw pork, I was like, I know this is from raw pork, right? But the issue was I went immediately for the raw pork one because it was Tania Solium. Basically, I got caught by the fucking pit hole. I got caught by the damn pitfall. I got caught by the damn pitfall, and I am very upset. That's all. God damn it. Okay. Oh, adrenal hyperplasia. Oh, God. The fuck? I don't. Oh, Charcot Bouchard. Oh, yeah, I don't know this. Basically, I got caught by the pitfall, so I'm mad at myself. That's like the real thing. That's the real problem. I was very frustrated. I was not enjoying that question. It was not nice. It was not nice. But okay, next one. G protein, GPCR. Inositol triphosphate. So oh. Oh my god, what is it? But yeah, no, it's just me being dumb and then me being mad at myself for being dumb. That's all. Anovulatory. Oh, pulsatile. Oh, gonadotropin releasing hormone. I see. I did not know it would do that. Now I get it. But okay, next one. Ugh. A prospective cohort study is conducted to evaluate the risk of pleural mesothelioma in construction workers exposed to asbestos in Los Angeles. 300 construction workers reported current occupational asbestos exposure. Were followed alongside 300 without a history. So one with history, one without. Significant difference in. Oh, no statistically significant difference. Latency period. 8 years is not long enough. If you or a loved one have mesothelioma, or because like the latency, like the latency period for development of mesothelioma after exposure of life after like asbestos exposure is like a long fucking time. That's why like they have those things where it's like. It's why they have those commercials where if like you or an elderly loved one and they have a lot of old people on the commercials, it's because they're the motherfuckers that got it. They're the motherfuckers that got it. Also, that's gonna be the one that looks like dumbbells. My wife says I've been acting strange lately. Progressive memory loss? Ooh, losing his. Ooh. Oh. Hypertension, hypercholesteremia. Wait, what was his blood pressure before? Sir, this looks like some kind of. This looks like post-concussion. Or like CTE. This looks like a CTE because like he literally says, He was deployed overseas, 15 years on an explosion team. Maybe... Yeah, this is CTE, early onset dementia. Let's fucking go. Because you're gonna get increased traumatic brain injury. Also, the CTE thing, that's in like football players. Because they also have like regular head trauma constantly. I mean, no wonder they get paid the big bucks. They get the big damage. I have a burning pain on the right side of my body, even at the lightest touch. Okay. 1 month paresthesia, point of care clinic. Oh. Just talk to DM. Herpes zoster a year ago. She has shingles. She has shingles. What? Oh, wait. Oh, no, I can't read. No, do that again. No, ischemic stroke. Shingles, she didn't have a rash. Fuck. But she has burning pain on the right side of her body. Like, that's why I thought shingles. This could be... This could be CRPS, maybe. Oh, she had a stroke 4 months ago. Thalamic pain syndrome. Fuck. Yeah, this is central post-stroke pain. Fuck. Wow. I didn't read the question fully, and that's my problem. Poor feeding, recurrent vomiting, and lethargy. Immediate substrate for the synthesis of the molecule for the excretion of amino groups. Oh. Oh god. Almost. Oh no! Is this. Oh my god. Is this. No. I don't know this. Yeah, it was aspartate the whole time. Oh my god! I didn't read that. The decreased activity of urea. Damn. That's on me. Oh well. Right side of reading. Okay. Unable to comb with her right hand, shoulder asymmetry, abductor right arm above 90. There's winging. This looks like some, axillary. Or no. Fuck, wing scapula? Fuck, no. Is this long thoracic? Yeah, it's long thoracic. Okay, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's on me. Serratus anterior. Fuck. Oh well. Oh well. Could be worse. But okay. Okay. Next one. Because her other daughter's not started puberty yet. She's the than most of her peers. She's not had her period. XY! Oh! Aromatase. Oh wait, no, she has a karyotype. Oh! She's intersex. Is this Swyer syndrome? Fuck. Fuck, I forgot what it is in Swyer syndrome though. Oh, it was just G. I was like, it's probably G. I should have just clicked that. A defect in the expression of the testes determining factor TDF due to a dysfunctional SRY gene in XY gonadodysgenesis. Because I was like, this sounds familiar. And I was like, maybe it was this. I was like, maybe it's just androstenedione, because like you need the testosterone. Because like, but then again, because that would have happened if she were XX. I see. Never mind. I'm silly. Recreational oxycodone use. So effects similar. So this is gonna be, she's gonna be on methadone. Methadone, what's the mechanism of methadone? Or methadone, like the difference. So the reason why it doesn't have like the same effects, it doesn't cause like the highs and stuff, is because for the treatment of opioid addiction, it has a higher dose for preventing. So it prevents withdrawal signs and establishes an. It has a narcotic blockade. It has a narcotic blockade. So what is the other alternative for opioid tolerance? It's like there's methadone, there's methadone is buprenorphine. Buprenorphine, there's naltrexone. If it's naltrexone, how does that work? But this is a long-acting opioid. The reason why it doesn't have the euphoria is because is this methadone buff? I'm thinking maybe it is. Oh, it is. It is. Oh, it's buprenorphine. So then, I don't know. Or efficacy? Oh, never mind. Oh, right, because like methadone, you still have to give a blocker. You still have to give an opioid blocker for the symptoms or for the feelings. Okay, that makes sense. All right, y'all. I think it is time for me to end stream. I got like 3 viewers. Maybe I can raid out. Is there anybody that's online? Raid browser. Let's see. Let's find somebody to raid. Anybody that I'm following that's online right now? Oh my god, Shiori's online! Oh my god, let's go raid to Shiori. Okay, y'all. Chicken emojis. That's my raid message.